All right, guys, welcome in. This is Matt Miller with PolitiBrawl, and Congressman Eli Crane just exploded at a Washington, D.C. police officer who is attacking his fellow officers and alleging that they are targeting people for arrest based on race and skin color. Let's take a look.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding this hearing today on how anti-law enforcement rhetoric fuels violence against officers. I want to thank you also to the panel for showing up today. I also want to point out that Mr. Goldman was just, talking to Mr. Thompson about how these agents, get up every day and they're not putting on uniforms. And then he showed several videos, and I want to point out that 90% of the law enforcement officers in those videos were, in fact, wearing uniforms. Now I want to pivot to you, Mr. Hodges, and your opening testimony today. I want to read through some of the transcript that you provided the committee. You said, "I've been on the receiving end of threats and violence due to the work I've done in the name of the law." Did you say that in your opening testimony?
Yes.
You also said in paragraph 4, law enforcement is predicated on the notion that we are a nation of laws. Did you say that as well in your opening testimony?
Yep.
And then you say on the second page, "The fact of the matter is that right now in the United States of America, there is a secret police force abducting people based on the color of their skin." Did you say that as well?
Yep.
You really believe that?
Yep.
So you don't think that our law enforcement officers are going out and trying to arrest people who are here illegally that are also have been convicted of crimes? You don't think that that's what they're doing?
I think they do that sometimes, sure.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. And it's funny because you say in your testimony that I've been on the receiving end of threats and violence due to the work I've done in the name of the law, yet you're sitting here and you're saying that these law enforcement officers, you're fueling the same rhetoric, and now people are going to come after them for that. Do you agree with that, Mr. Thompson?
100%.
Mr. Hughes? What about you, Mr. Yos?
Absolutely.
And I appreciate your service. I do.
I just want to say real quick, you guys have seen dozens of clips, if not hundreds, if you're chronically online like me, of ICE enforcement operations and ICE agents clashing with protesters in New York City, Portland, Chicago, everywhere. Take a look at what you notice about the ICE agents. A lot of them are not white people. Okay, I'll just say it like that. They're Hispanic, they're Asian, they're black. It's a very diverse group of people that are serving with DHS and serving as ICE agents, as well as police officers. This whole idea, which is so irresponsible and so ridiculous, that ICE agents are targeting brown people, that they're just going after brown people for no reason, and that they're not targeting people who broke our immigration laws, is ridiculous. And that's what Eli Crane is unpacking here. This guy made an absurd claim based on nothing. And I think the fact that the demographics of ICE itself is largely non-white, that should be enough right there. Are these people white supremacists? It just doesn't make any sense at all. Let's keep watching.
I know it's not easy to put on a badge, but I can't believe you would sit here and say that. You would complain about the treatment that you've received because of the work that you've done in the name of the law, and then you have the audacity to come in here and say that these men and women, federal law enforcement officers, are going out there abducting people because of the color of their skin?
Yes.
Yeah, that's rich, and it's pathetic, and you should be ashamed of yourself. It's funny because I got a buddy of mine who doesn't have the same color of skin that I have, who's texting me right now during this hearing, watching you. The guy worked in the Border Patrol for a long time, and he told me, he texted me, that's a slap in the face to all of us who go out there and fight against cartels and criminals each and every day. You're trying to make it about color of skin, and we all know at the end of the day, there are so many law enforcement officers, great law enforcement officers that represent all of our communities that have every color of skin out there. They pray to different gods, and they're just trying to do their job. Do you find that ironic that you're actually doing the same thing that you're complaining about in your opening statement? Is that lost on you, Mr. Hodges?
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't. Immigration and Nationality Act. The Immigration and Nationality Act, INA, gives the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, broad authority over immigration enforcement, detention, and removal. DHS agencies like ICE, CBP, USCIS exercise powers delegated under the INA, including arresting, detaining, interrogating, and removing non-citizens who are in violation of immigration laws. That's exactly what they're doing. They're actually carrying out the laws that we pass in this country. That's pathetic, man. I want to play a video. Now, obviously, we're sitting in here talking about rhetoric and how it fuels violence against officers. For you guys that represent so many officers around the country, what do you think it means to people that, you know, are out there watching and listening, watching social media, watching the news, and they see a member of Congress who sits on this committee go out there and behave like that? Go ahead, Mr. Thompson.
I'm appalled. I'm disappointed. I believe it's beneath the dignity of this body, this committee, and membership to it. And quite honestly, I find it reprehensible, and it's obviously dangerous.
Thank you. I yield back.
It is so ridiculous that so many lawmakers, Democrat lawmakers, are playing into this, feeding this empty narrative that ICE agents and law enforcement around this country are racist and that their primary role is to round up brown people and black people and attack them based on race. And I really think that the most dispelling fact that I don't know what they would say to this. I would love to bring this out to a protest or in one of the videos that I make. The overwhelming minority service in law enforcement and DHS. Do you think that these people are targeting brown and black people if they themselves and their families and their kids and their wives are brown and black? This is just a bogus narrative. It's all the Democrats have. It's so desperate, but it's really disgraceful. And to see this guy sit here and say that, what a hypocrite. So from DHS, we can see the demographic breakdown of people serving our government, trying to enforce our immigration laws. Let's see exactly how many of them are white. And keep in mind, you know, the percentage of white people in the United States of America is around 60%. We have white, non-Hispanic, or Latino make up 51.7% of the DHS population, or the demographics serving in the DHS. 22.8%, almost 23%, are Hispanic or Latino. Almost 17% are black or African American, 6% Asian, 1% American Indian or Alaska Native. You get the idea. So roughly half of the people serving in DHS, enforcing our laws, doing their jobs, sacrificing themselves, their safety, are non-white. So sorry, Democrats, this one falls on its face. It's just, it doesn't hold up when you just look at the numbers here. You're going to have to come up with something new, or maybe you're just going to have to capitulate and admit that we as a country have the right to enforce our immigration laws and deport people who came here illegally and are here under the wrong pretenses. They're not supposed to be here. We have the right to remove them, just as every other country in the world has the right to enforce its border sovereignty and enact its immigration law. It's as simple as that. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this video in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell so you guys get notified when we post brand new videos here on PolitiBrawl. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.